All right, this next guy, he's a pain in the ass. Not for us, though. He's one of the good guys. He's served on the local budget committee. He's now a software engineer, kind of like me. He wants to talk to you about self-responsibility. He has a wonderful wife who I don't know how she puts up with him as much as she does, but God bless her, Debbie. And one of the more, there's a lot of great things to say about Skip, but the thing that I admire the most about him is the fact that he sent 2 of his sons to combat on our behalf. So 2 combat vets from Skip, thank you very much. And if you're not reading the Granite Grok, I don't know why, because really when it comes down to it, they're really annoying progressives and they're skewering wayward Republicans. And that's exactly what we need, because this isn't a Republican event, this isn't a Democrat event. It's an honor your oath event. And if you're Republican, and if you're a Democrat, and if you're independent, and you ain't honoring your oath, then you're gonna get skewered by this next guy. Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause for Skip Murphy.
Glad to see that everybody came out today. Floppy mic. How many of you were here at the 223 Day of Resistance? How many remember what I asked you to say? The bigger the citizen, the bigger the government?
Smaller citizen.
I can't hear you guys. The bigger the government, the bigger the government. So what is your job? What is your responsibility today?
Shrink government!
Shrink government, it's exactly right. You know, every time I come to a rally, I like looking at the signs as well as Jeff does, and I'm looking at this white and blue one over here. When did our public servants become royalty? And trust me, Dan Itza had it right. Because we keep putting them back into office. Where is our responsibility? You know, everybody has their own version, it seems, what government is supposed to do. My favorite question on Granite Grok, as well as most of the other writers, is what is the proper role of government? And we stand at Granite Grok firmly on the Constitution and the Founding Fathers' values of limited government, where the citizens would have the most amount of freedom, because they trusted the citizens to pursue their own happiness. Unfortunately, we see a time now where our elected officials no longer believe that. Chris Roberts, Democrat from Keene, said, as I said last time, in the Hall of Representatives in this building behind me, the purpose of government, in his eyes, government has to protect us from our own stupidity. Come on, come on. That basically says you don't deserve your freedom. That says that we don't trust you. We who are elected, we don't trust that you will always make the right decision. You don't know best what is right for you. That is a horrifying thought.
Who's supposed to trust who?
A Republican, to show that we are nonpartisan in our skewering. Deborah D. Simone, out of Rockingham, believes that the Constitution is only a guideline. Now, for those of you who swore an oath, as Jeff said, I have 2 combat veteran sons. I did not serve in the military, but I have been an elected official, and I did swear an oath to uphold the Constitution. We, among all countries, we do not swear fealty to a government. We do not swear fealty to a president or a governorship or any other type of elected or appointed official. We swear an oath to the Constitution and to the values that the Founding Fathers put into it. Those of you who have sworn that oath, I again ask for the self-responsibility to examine that oath. For those of you who have said it as an elected official who said, oh, this is just something I have to say before I can actually get on with work, examine what you say. because it is not government that has to protect us from stupidity. The Constitution is not a guideline. And it is your responsibility today and going forward to tell people you're wrong. The Constitution is meant for virtuous people. Our government was made only for virtuous people. That means that you have to be educated, you have to be informed, and a word for you, to be fearless. You have to be willing not to come just to a rally like this, although this self-selects you out of almost everybody, because very few people would come to a rally like this. But it is up to you to talk to your families, your friends, your neighbors, and strangers. To have the self-responsibility to say, I am the person, send me. I am the person who will take that fire that was given to us over 200 years ago, and we will make sure that it stays bright and make it brighter. We need not to go to the right as the progressives tell us to do. I don't want to pull the government to the right. I want to pull our whole society down to our fundamental truths that we are the sovereign citizens. I carry both the U.S. Constitution and the New Hampshire Constitution. Most of you are familiar with the Second Amendment to the U.S. Constitution and Article 2A, but let me read to you in closing Article 2 of the New Hampshire Constitution. All men have certain natural, essential, and inherent rights, among which are the enjoying and defending life and liberty, acquiring, possessing, and protecting property, and in a word, seeking and obtaining happiness. Equality of rights under the law shall not be denied or abridged by this state on account of race, creed, color, sex, national origin. Folks, we see a society, we see those in government who would make this to be mere words, just a trifle, if at all acknowledged at all. I put upon you today to resume your oath and to tell people all over, these are just not mere words. This is how we are to live and to return to greatness here in New Hampshire and in the United States. And I see I am out of time. Omer, thank you very much. Folks, I am Skip Murphy. Please come and read GraniteRock.com, for we stand on constitutional values. Thank you very much.
Croc TV.